Welcome back to Total FIFA Career Mode here at the Pitchside Pub. This is episode 3 of Rise of the Wolves. We've got 3 games for you in this episode that are going to change the trajectory of this career and this rebuild in one direction or another. But before we get into that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. Make sure you get in the comments section. Let me know what you think about these careers. And of course, if you don't already follow us on Twitter, go ahead and do so at the Pitchside Pub. So our first match is a Carabao Cup game, and last time out we took care of Crew Alexandra, no problem. But we got a tough draw against Tottenham in the second round. That is not what you're looking for in these club draws, but really it's the Premier League that matters for us. We've got to avoid relegation. Yeah, a run in the Carabao Cup would be nice, but we've got to focus on the Premier League, which means with another game in the Premier League only a few days later against Manchester City of all teams, we've got to figure out where the priority is. Is it to try and stay alive in the Carabao Cup, or is it to try and steal a point from Manchester City? Normally it would be Premier League far and away, but what are the odds of really getting a point off of City anyway? So we are going to go with the reserves in this game. That doesn't bode well for having to play Spurs in the Carabao Cup, but the youngsters played well in the first round. We've got to save the starters' stamina for Manchester City on the weekend. So here it is, the young guys taking on Spurs, and we're just going to have to deal with the consequences. And maybe we get blown out here, but hey, stranger things have happened. So we're going to give it a shot with the youngsters. They need some playing time anyway. Into the second minute, we've got a look for Fabio Silva in front. Can he get a shot off? He does somehow get a shot off. A little battle with the defender, and he just gets a boot on it. We've got an early goal. That is hard to believe. An early lead in the Carabao Cup, not what was expected. Of course, we could give it right back here. Lucas Chevalier with a great save. We're going to need every one of those from him on the day. He's been fantastic for us all year. He gets no rest, of course. 28th minute, up ahead. Hugo Bueno playing wingback today, leading the attack here, looking for Fabio Silva again. Can he get a shot off? No, he finds a man. Serge Ngoma, oh, he can't get a shot off. That is a young player. He's 17, and that's just that first touch that's not there with these younger players that don't have the experience, they don't have the sharpness, cannot get a shot off. 39th minute, Spurs back on the attack. Madison, always dangerous in the box, finds Richarlison. He can be dangerous when he wants to be. That's a great shot. Chevalier, better save. He's up to the task. And again, we're going to need a lot of saves like that today because they are going to have their opportunities. Trying to get to halftime with a 1-0 lead, trying to clear the ball, not having success. Cannot give them multiple opportunities. Got to clear it, can't clear it. Betancourt, oh, there goes that lead. Worked so hard for almost 44 minutes to keep a clean sheet into the half and just can't do it. Mies Hilders cannot clear it, and there's nothing Chevalier can do there. And it's going to be 1-1 going into the half. Hey, if you offered me that at the start of the game, I'd have taken it. But after 43 minutes of scoreless ball, you really hope to get there with nothing on the plate. But here we got another chance to take the lead. Fabio Silva. Again, he's got a brace now. Look at this pass. This is Lennon Miller. He's a 16-year-old midfielder that we picked up from Motherwell. He's got all the potential in the world, but he hasn't gotten a chance to play much. But a great pass sets Fabio Silva up beautifully. Silva now has 3 goals on the season. They have all come in the Carabao Cup in just this game and a half so far. We may have to work him into the lineup a little bit more in the Premier League, where he's been used mostly as a sub. And speaking of subs, we've made it 57 minutes. We've got a lead. We're going to roll the dice and try to win this game. These guys will be able to bounce back on the weekend if they play only about 30 minutes. But we've got to try and win a game here. We don't get opportunities like this very often. Or like this. Kiergaard in front. He was one of those subs off of Hugo Lloris, and it bounces in. It wasn't clean, but it counts nonetheless. Look at this. He gets it off. It bounces off of Hugo Lloris's leg, chips over him. He was there for the follow-up anyway. No, it goes underneath of him. Oh, 5-hole to take a 3-1 lead in the Carabao Cup. We've got a 2-goal lead with only 20 minutes left to play. The unthinkable could be happening if we can fend off this attack. Son and Madison have been giving us fits all game. We've been managing to square them up, but not that time. Sonny Son finds the net to cut the lead in half. It was only a matter of time before that duo came up with something. They have been getting shot after shot off. Chevalier has been saving our asses on defense, but he's only human, and we've got a 1-goal lead still with about 11 minutes to play. Can we hold up? Can we fend this off? Are we going to be able to get away with the upset? Oh, only if Lucas Chevalier makes more saves like that. They're going to get their opportunities on the ensuing set piece. Trying to defend, need to clear. They go short, but this is dangerous when they start kicking it around in the box like that. Oh, that deflected off of somebody. You saw Chevalier go the other way. He dives right, the ball goes left. Take a look at this. Kulisevich fires one, gets the space. Oh, it's off of Kiergaard's arm. Would have been a handball if I had those turned on, but I don't. Devastating. I guess that's karma for us. So we give up the 2-goal lead. And now we have the age-old debate as we got about 4 or 5 minutes left here. Do we go for it and try to get another goal but risk giving up a counterattack? Or do we just play it safe and try to go to penalties and roll the dice and see what happens? I guess it'll depend on the opportunities that present himself, like this one for Fabio Silva. Oh, he buries it! He buries it, the hat trick for Fabio Silva, single-handedly leading the Wolverhampton offense. He has been unbelievable at finding space in front of the net in this game and converting these opportunities, and a late goal in the 87th minute to complete the hat trick to upset Spurs. You cannot make these things up. What a win. What an offensive performance for Fabio Silva, who continues to dominate the Carabao Cup. What a performance by the youngsters, who not only get the win but save the legs of the starters for the weekend against Manchester City. And again, we said the Carabao Cup is not the priority here. It's the league that matters, and look at the table and you see why. Relegation is going to be a battle all year, and all that really matters in this season is not getting relegated. But man, a win like that is going to help the dressing room. It's going to help these young players. They need more playing time and experience anyway. And hey, it's still fun to make a run in a cup tie. So it may not be the top priority of the season, but damn, that was fun. But how long can we really expect the fun to last with Manchester City coming to town? Always a daunting opponent. You see, they've got some guys on that roster that just don't make any sense. I don't know what Sarmiento's doing and Acuna. They made some transactions in this career that we obviously didn't know about. Are they rotating just so they can save some of their better players for later in the month, later in the week? Who knows? Is this one of those goofy FIFA things where they don't play their best starting 11? I don't know, but that bench is absolutely stacked with Diaz, Foden on it. And of course, Sergio Gomez returning, well, he's back at home, but he's getting to play against his former club. Big day for Sergio Gomez, and he really has not done a lot to this point, so we would love to see him make an impact. Here we are early on, a chance for Holozic. Oh, and an early goal! Sneaks one by Ederson. He gets a good look, splits that defense. You have to wonder if that would happen if Ruben Diaz was out on the pitch, but he's not. A little pass, Holozic gets some space past Nathan Ake, and he finds the net off of Ederson, his third goal of the Premier League season. That is an unexpected start. Now, we've seen this happen before. It happened in our last game, and we blew that lead, so we'll see if we can make the most of it here, or could we double it up? Oh, such an opportunity. Holozic with the chance for an early brace just wide. You have to wonder how many more opportunities like that we are going to get. One goal is not going to hold up against this Manchester City attack. You just know that. We're not sure it's even going to get to halftime, especially if we're going to give Julian Alvarez that kind of look. Way too much space. He buries one in the top corner, and that was only a matter of time. Listen, almost 40 minutes of clean sheet is a bit of a win against Manchester City, but hey, we knew the one goal wasn't going to hold up. Just trying to get to halftime tied, that would be a victory in and of itself. And Sarmiento over to Matthias Nunes, the former Wolves player. Oh, gets his revenge. Matthias Nunes, who transferred over to Manchester City this summer, predating the career, and he gets his revenge against his former club. That is not going to make the locals happy. His first goal of the season as well. He saved it for coming back to the Molineux. That one's gotta hurt. So 2-1, we're still holding strong into the 70th minute. Honestly, this is about as good as you can expect, but oh, you can't make that turnover. Jack Grealish. Well, luckily it's Jack Grealish because he's not a finisher extraordinaire, but man, we cannot do that. Great save by Lucas Chevalier. As always, he's been absolutely stellar. More on that to come. Later in the game, another good look for Manchester City. Another great save for Lucas Chevalier. He's single-handedly keeping us in this game. It's getting late early, and that is going to just about clinch it for Manchester City. Erling Haaland from point-blank range on the header, and it was only a matter of time before the big man got his goal. That's what's so tough about playing Manchester City. Oh, we had a guy there. Chevalier collides with his own man, and that's probably going to do it. It's going to be tough to get 2 goals. They may, they got Kevin De Bruyne with space. That's trouble. A poor clearance by Chevalier. Finds Haaland, finds Alvarez. Oh, and a 4th goal. Well, the wheels came off towards the end, didn't they? You know, it's so tough playing Manchester City. This was not a game where we expected to get points. It's an opportunity, but it's not, when you look at the schedule, it's not where you would go find, circle and say, oh, we're going to get some points here. Winding down in stoppage time, not much we can do at this point, but Rafael Onyedika with a completely out of nowhere goal from way outside the box. His first of the season. That was a gorgeous goal. Maybe he's somebody we need to feature in the offense more. It's not going to matter in this game, but boy, that one was a beauty. Look at this. Sort of chip, sort of power. It's just beautiful shot. Very small margin for error, but hey, it doesn't really matter. 4-2 loss to Manchester City, about what we expected. We actually played better than the scoreline indicated. They piled it on late with the goals, but were unable to get any points with Manchester City coming to town, and that does not help us in the standings, where we still find ourselves looking up at the rest of the Premier League. We are now sitting in 19th place, only Burnley behind us, and we've got a derby coming up, and that is huge here in the West Midlands. We're going to be taking on Aston Villa, and you can see they're sitting 3rd in the Premier League table. They are absolutely a powerhouse in this career, and they're playing that 4-4-2, which means a lot of traffic in the midfield, and they press and press and press. So we're going to need all the midfielders we can get. We're going to load the midfield box with this 3-4-2-1 formation and try to just outman them in the middle of the pitch. And you can see the press begins right away. They're going to put pressure on the whole game. That's part of what they do, this gegenpressing style under Unai Emery. But with that extra man there in the midfield, you can see the ability to break it gets just a little bit easier, and that's going to be huge for us as we get, on the attack. Emile Smith-Rowe trying to build something here. Back to Gomes. He's looking for a man. Finds Josh Doig. He's got some space, but offsides. But hey, you can see what those extra midfielders are going to do here in this matchup. Still nothing, 37 minutes in. It's been a defensive battle, a lot of back and forth, not a lot of action, and we'll take that for right now. We will take that. But Emile Smith-Rowe gets a decent look, and oh, it's blocked. I think it was blocked by Holozic. Emile Smith-Rowe gets a look at, oh, that is not what you want. Oh, well, moving on. Late in the first half, still nothing. Wolverhampton on the break. Aït-Nouri finds Kiergaard, who finds Smith-Rowe. Touch pass. There's Holozic. Oh, what a goal! What a goal as he slides to beat the defender. Just gets a foot in as he's sliding and somehow gets it up in the air and over the goalkeeper for a huge goal. Let's take a look at this. Kiergaard finds Smith-Rowe. Great little touch pass. That's what makes it. But look at this finish as Holozic slides in and somehow is able to just chip it over the World Cup winner Martinez for just an utterly fantastic goal. That is an absolute beauty of a goal. Goal of the season candidate right there. And it couldn't come at a better time as the end of the first half was approaching in a 0-0 draw in a derby. And yet we go into halftime with a 1-0 lead. Now in the second half, trying to build on that. Ryan Aït-Nouri looking for a man. There's Holozic again. Oh, Martinez up to the task this time. That shot had some power behind it, but was right at Martinez. A few minutes later, back on the attack again. Wolverhampton finally starting to take some control. Need that second goal, though. Oh, Kiergaard just high. A good look, and he sails it. That kind of stuff's going to come back to haunt us. Will one goal hold up? This isn't Manchester City, but this is a good team. There's a save by Chevalier. I didn't think that was going in, but by the reaction, it looks like maybe that was a huge save that was necessary. Point blank range. Oh, that was going in. He went near post, and Chevalier is just a brick wall, an absolute brick wall. On the ensuing corner, they go short, gonna try and build something here. This is always dangerous when they have these kinds of setups. There's no marking them, there's nothing you can do. They're just gonna pass around, they're gonna dominate this, and you have to hope your goalkeeper's up to the task. Chevalier has been to this point. Oh, and he is again! What a great save. Can we clear? No, cannot clear. They're going to get another look. Another great save. Lucas Chevalier is absolutely keeping Wolverhampton in this game, holding that clean sheet up over his head on his own. Still 1-0. 79th minute, another great save. Unbelievable. Villa is getting all of the looks. Cannot get one past Chevalier. Same story. Great header off a corner. Another great save. Is he going to be able to make this hold up? 79th minute, still 1-0. Our attack has absolutely disappeared. Theirs has not. But Chevalier there again. Unbelievable the work he is putting in. If we avoid relegation this year, it is going to fall squarely on the shoulders of Lucas Chevalier. In stoppage time, another final look. Winds up. Oh, a great save. He's up to the task yet again. They cannot believe it. Time winding down, one last corner, and of course, who else? Lucas Chevalier coming out to make the save. Everybody, thank your goalkeeper. What a performance by Chevalier. Adam Holozic will get the glory because he scored the goal, and what a goal it was. He deserves every accolade he can get for that goal, but this game is not a win without the efforts of number 1, Lucas Chevalier, who has been absolutely fantastic for the Wolves all season. This is a huge win against a team at the top of the table. On top of it, it's a West Midlands derby. That is the kind of win that can turn a season around, and you can see for the first time all season, Wolves find themselves out of the relegation zone. Not by a lot, not by any stretch, but they're safe at the moment. 1 point clear of Nottingham Forest. You see 3 teams tied there with 7 points apiece. That win is a season changer, and that gives us a chance. We've got to get some points where we can. You're not going to get them off the Manchester Cities of the world. I wouldn't have thought Aston Villa would be a great candidate, but we've got to get some points somewhere unexpectedly. We cannot just rely on hitting the bottom of the table. You see at the top of the table, Manchester United, Tottenham, Manchester City, Newcastle, Villa, Chelsea. A lot of the usual suspects up there, and we are just trying to stay alive. That'll do it for us here on episode 3 of Wolverhampton Wanderers Rise of the Wolves. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for me if you don't already follow the channel. Get down in the comments section. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't about this career. I want to hear your feedback. And of course, if you don't already follow us on Twitter, go ahead and do that at Pitchside Pub. Thanks as always for joining us here on Total FIFA Career Mode at the Pitchside Pub.